Alright, good afternoon everyone. Give it just a couple minutes, let a couple more people join in. We are rolling here and we are en route to a severe storm. I'll take that back. It was a severe warning storm. They just took the severe warning off of it. But we're still gonna go check it out. The reasoning behind why we're gonna continue checking it out is because right now we are 25 minutes from Devil's Tower. And this storm, when we get there, should be right behind this. We could get a really, really cool picture of a storm behind Devil's Tower. So we're going there. And then we'll probably follow this stuff eastward. All right, let's go. Probably gonna fight for a little bit of signal through here, which is to be expected. Right now we are relying solely on the Starlink. As we get further underneath the updraft, the signal from satellite will decrease. But we will do our best to hold signal. Alright, so we're not getting much for radio signal right now, which is fine. I think today's going to be a good day. Probably not as good as yesterday, but I think we'll see some cool stuff and noteworthy stuff that'll make it worth coming out here. We'll stay on the interior front cam for now. And then once we find something that we can turn the roof cam towards, we'll do that. Again, right now we are relying solely on the Starlink. None of the other cell carriers have any cellular connection right now. So the signal may get a little bit choppy at points, so just bear with us because we have every possible connection we can running. Got AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, and the Starlink. So we've got everything covered. Sometimes there's just nothing more you can do. I'll probably get you guys on the roof cam here and spin you off to the left. Kind of a nice view.
Channel 1.
I see police lights up ahead. I don't think that was an intentional click.
Very kind.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see what's going on up here. May be as simple as someone got pulled over for speeding, but we'll find out. Probably is. Oh, cops? I didn't do nothing. How's it going, Scott? Just bear with us with the signal a little bit. Yeah, definitely someone who got pulled over. We've got some storms around there, so I figured, hey, we might be able to stop there and get a really cool picture. And then we'll see where we'll go from there. I can see it down there now. So we're heading towards it. It'd be really awesome to get a lightning shot with it. I guess for the moment we'll go back to the front camera because we're getting rain. And for now I'm going to keep the roof camera pointed backwards so that we don't get water on the lens. But we will be to Devil's Tower in like less than 10 minutes. So welcome to everyone who's joined in, and thanks for the membership continuations. Always helps out. So in just a couple minutes, I'll have a story about something, about one of my experiences this morning. It's a doozy. Still don't have great signal on the radio, so we'll just keep it off. So I don't think we're behind with anything, because we're still in fairly good range of catching up to stuff. I really wanted to go for that little updraft that's going up south of Deadwood by Sturgis and Rapid City, but I couldn't pass up an opportunity for this formerly severe warning storm over here by Devil's Tower. So we'll take a look at this and then probably start heading east.
In half a mile, turn right
Good
onto Wyoming
gracious,
24
Google.
East.
Don't have to yell at me.
Turn right onto Wyoming 24 East.
But I think today's gonna be fun. And even if it's not, we'll make it fun. Somehow. Yep, Google is doing Google things. Alright, we're 6 miles out. Do you guys want story time before or after we get to Devil's Tower? I'll let you guys decide. Alright, I guess we'll do story time now. So basically what happened was I was in desperate need for an oil change and stopped in Murdo last night, and around there's really no good areas that I could find to get an oil change. I didn't have the stuff with me to do an oil change myself on the road, so I was like, I'll just find some place. So I started heading towards Rapid City because I saw that there were some places over there. I didn't know where I would be, when I would be there, so I couldn't like pre-schedule an appointment, and I didn't know what shops' availabilities were. So I looked at reviews, and there was this Take 5 oil change place that had tons of 5-star reviews. Like, it was like a 4.8 stars out of like 700 reviews. So I was like, yeah, we'll go there. Just get it done. And for the most part, it was fairly well done. No complaints. Except for they were about 3/4 of the way done with the oil change. And then they start walking around the shop frantically. Like, and they were now like, when I went in and pulled in, there were 2 people working. And now all of a sudden there's 5 people in this little 2-bay area walking around talking to each other, and I'm like, oh gosh, what's going on? And then I hear them talking amongst themselves, and I'm like, this is not good. The guy comes over to the window and goes, we had a minor casualty. And I'm like, oh God, what is it? He's like, we don't have the right sized oil filter for your vehicle. I'm like, are you kidding? I was thinking to myself, you're kidding, right? Like, how do you not have oil filter in the size? But not missing a beat, I reached over underneath the passenger seat and I pulled out 2 oil filters, brand new. I've had them in here for a while because I don't know why. because I was thinking I would eventually do an oil change on the road, and there were 2 different oil filter sizes spec'd out for this vehicle, and I didn't know which one it was, so I got one of each. And then I was like, well, I have 2 here, find which one that works. And he just looked at me with the most insane look of shock on his face. And he looked at me dead in the eyes and said, "You just saved your own ass." And I was like, yeah, otherwise you guys would have been going find somewhere to get an oil filter, because that's what you guys are here to do. But man, that was definitely something. So now I need to get another oil filter to replace the one that they had to install. And would you look at that Devil's Tower? I can hardly see it right now because of the rain, but looks like we might be popping out north of one of these rain showers, and then we might be able to get a better view in a picture. But I was like, I travel thousands of miles across the country. I have so much stuff in this vehicle that a normal person would not have, because I drive so much and I want to make sure that I don't get stuck somewhere. Yeah, we'll be able to get a better view of it here in just a couple minutes. A couple moments, actually. And now we're getting a better view already. Starting to get past the little rain shower here. But a little while ago I saw, as I was cleaning out the vehicle, I got both of those oil filters and I pulled them out and I was like, why would I need this? Like, do I need to keep these in the vehicle? And I was like, yeah, what the heck? I'll keep them in here, just in case. And what do you know? Let's get you guys on the roof cam, I think.
Turn left onto Wyoming 110 West.
Alright, give me just a minute. We're gonna pull off just past these power lines here and get a picture, because I don't know how those clouds are gonna look by the time we get up there. Give me just a minute. I gotta get a picture of this. Front cam. Yeah, we'll go with that view right now. I got stuff on my lens. It's saying clean off the lens for a better picture. Let's see. Let's go video. I'm just taking a video here and then I'm gonna try to get a freeze frame. Oh gosh, I gotta keep the wipers on, otherwise you guys won't be able to see it well. Trying to take a video and then get a slow motion, or maybe not slow motion, but then I'll be able to take a freeze frame of it. see. Now give me a nice strike of lightning. Oh, come on. Where's the lightning strike when you need it? Any day now. Come on, we can do it. This is beginning to hurt my soul. Man, this is brutal. Alright, I just stopped recording. Oh, yep, there it goes. There it goes. Beautiful lightning strike as soon as I stopped recording. Gosh, I knew I shouldn't have done that. Well, back at it again. I knew it was going to happen. Which is why I specifically told you guys. Well, that was nice of those people. They had stopped because they saw I was getting a picture or something, so they stopped right behind me so they didn't go in front of the camera. So that was nice of them. So then I took the phone out of the window so they didn't feel like they couldn't. Any day now. I have plenty of patience, but my arms are getting sore from holding the phone up. Alright, whatever. We tried. Why does it keep dropping signal? I don't know. So that one to the south just went severe warned. I saw someone mention that. If I was thinking properly before I started getting that, I should have put out a time-lapse camera to watch the storm come in and then get a nice time-lapse of it. Second, I'm gonna see if that fixes the signal dropping issues. Okay, so just a second. I'm gonna step out and get like a wide angle shot of this, I think. Unless I can do it from in the vehicle. Let's find out. Yeah, I can do it from in the vehicle. We're good. This alone was basically worth coming out for today. It's not actually the Starlink. For whatever reason, it's one of those audio errors again. So I just unplugged and replugged in the microphone because maybe it was like a loose connection or something. So I guess we're gonna head back towards Sundance. I don't want to drive up into the hail of this one to take that 24 east. Because then we'll go get back down to Sundance and we can take
Turn right onto
highway,
Wyoming 24
Interstate
west.
90 if we want to. Give me just a moment and I will get you guys flipped back onto the roof cam.
In half a mile, turn right onto County Road 196 and 37.
Alright, let's readjust the trajectory. Let's just put in spearfish.
Head toward County Road 196 and 37.
Yep, we get it.
Continue for 9 miles. Your route may be affected by severe thunderstorms.
Thank you, Darla, for the super chat. Let's see, roof cam. I mean, you guys want the pretty clouds? We'll keep Devil's Tower in view for now. Because we'll have pretty clouds more this afternoon. We only have a limited time with that in the view frame. But that was a fun little detour. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Once it gets far enough out of view that it's too small on the camera, we'll just switch back to the clouds here. Get the phone plugged back in. Wait a minute. Am I going the wrong way? Gosh dang it. We are going the wrong way. I put in the wrong direction, or didn't realize that Google was trying to take us north. Because I was looking and I'm like, that looks like a hail shaft in front of us. So we are not going to drive through the hail. We're gonna take the way that I was originally saying, and I thought we were going, but we weren't. Yeah, we stopped just in time. Thank you, Tammy, for the super chat. And thanks for watching, everyone. Today is just getting started. Let's see if we can go back to the roof cam here. Let's see, which way do we want to turn? Yeah, we'll go back this way. And there we go. Oh, yep, that area that we just turned around from just went severe warned. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So right now we're kind of sandwiched right between two severe warnings, which is kind of cool. It's cool because we have a road network option to avoid both of them, so we don't get hailed on. So now we'll just follow this road back out and figure out where we want the roof camera to get pointed. Probably going to end up spinning you guys back around this way so that you can see the severe warned storm back there as we drive. I will probably be able to go back in the footage from one of the cameras and get that lightning strike. Howdy, Amar. How are you doing today? I'm still not really sure what to think of that storm over by Sturgis. It's not dying, but it's not really intensifying either. It's just kind of staying stagnant. But we have severe thunderstorm watch in effect, mostly large hail and damaging winds will be the main threat, but a tornado or two is not completely ruled out. Definitely wouldn't happen right now because of the dew points right now. Looks like the line of higher dew points is almost right on the Wyoming border right now. You can see it on radar and looking at the METAR's ground observations. Earlier it was like mid 50s to the east and like lower to mid 40s to the west. Can't say I expected to make it all the way to Devil's Tower during this trip, but here we are. That one to the south of us, that's southwest of Sundance, currently looks the best on radar. We'll have to see where that one decides to start tracking in relation to our road network options, because they are quite limited out here. Actually, there is that one that goes south out of Sundance towards Four Corners, so we'll keep that in mind. How's it going, Carrie? I think tomorrow is going to end up being an exploring day. Where we will explore, I don't know. But I put it in my community post this morning on YouTube that basically it was a decision between western South Dakota today or like eastern Nebraska, Iowa tomorrow. And I really wasn't feeling that target for tomorrow. And by staying up here, I get a relaxing day tomorrow to, you know, go exploring and whatnot, stream that fun adventure. And then we're closer to the day 3 risk, so if we went to eastern Nebraska for tomorrow, we would not have made it to the day 3 risk for Saturday. Trying to keep my days straight here. We're kind of losing a visual, so at this point I think I'll push back to the front camera. So we're gonna head back down towards Sundance for now.
Turn left onto US 14 East.
And we'll figure out what the rest of our plan is from there. As far as where we are on radar right now, we're gonna go through a little bit of the precipitation here on the way back to Sundance. after that, should be able to start getting a little bit of a better view through the clouds. So the storm to the south is rated for 1.25 inch hail. The one to the north is rated for 1 inch hail currently. Indeed, adventures are cool. I like adventures. That's kind of pretty. Let's see. Roof cam. There. It's kind of pretty. So that would be off to our north. Again, as we head through this area further up ahead on this road, we may lose signal for the stream for intermittent periods of time that shouldn't last long. But just bear with us because we're running every possible internet connection we can. As of now, if that storm by Sturgis does not start intensifying, I think we might head down from Sundance towards Four Corners there, and then take Highway 85 back north up to Deadwood. I think that storm south of us might have some nice looking structure. None of the storms right now are like, this is the one I want to target. It's kind of fluid right now until we see how things progress and evolve. I'm not surprised that there's a couple other people over in Sundance or by Sundance, but there's going to be a lot fewer than there would be typically if there wasn't that risk in eastern Nebraska tomorrow. But there will be a lot fewer people than I'm accustomed to, which is fine by me. I have become very familiar with that stretch of I-90 and those roads around Sturgis, Spearfish, from the past couple days. Right now the current temperature is down to about 57 degrees underneath the rain here. I will definitely enjoy the free roads here. So if we're going southeast, okay, I thought I was maybe seeing that Sturgis updraft, but I am not. I don't think. No, because that would be off to the northeast. Yeah, so that northern area just lost its severe warning. One to the south of us here is still graded for 1 1/4 inch hail. Nope, they just downgraded it to 1 inch hail. Just as I said that. Which makes sense. Any other direction we can spin the roof cam that has a cool view? Searching. Yeah, I think that's kind of the best view at the moment. Howdy, Sarah. How are you doing today? Alright, so due east of us right now is where I'm seeing that updraft. So it is the Sturgis updraft I was seeing. Okay. let's see, where... There was a little bit of flooding reported in Pine Haven. Nothing substantial at this point. I definitely think our best option to see some decent structure at this point is to head southeast out of Sundance. So I'm going to put 4 corners in the GPS.
Head toward Clayton Drive.
Alright, so we're about a half hour from 4 corners, which is not too bad at all. Well, welcome. So far, Wyoming, your state has been treating me fairly well. So, thanks for hopping on. Got cows. Best view might soon be on the front cam, but we'll keep you guys on the roof cam for the moment, I think. Finally getting that rain up in northern Wisconsin. Love to hear it. And now that you mention that, South Dakota is much greener. I hadn't noticed that till you pointed that out. It's still green here, but not as luscious bright greens. I guess we'll go on the front cam again. About 4.5 miles till we make it back to the interstate that we go on for just a very short period of time until we get onto 585 southeast. Yeah, that little updraft by Sturgis is basically non-existent now.
Channel 1.
Oh, what do you know? We just got cell signal back for the radio. only 72 in Rapid City. Thought it was warmer than that. Trees are not helping get the signal. And the hills too. Oh well, we'll just keep the radio off for the moment. Not a big deal. There is indeed lots of nice scenery out here. Alright, I guess when I was in Rapid... Actually, I wasn't in Rapid City for very long. I just stopped there basically for the oil change. And then... that's it. I continued west. Whoa, okay, I guess that camper's turning left. That's what a bunch of people were saying around Sturgis. They always get a bunch of severe storms with big hail during Sturgis Bike Week. That's what everyone was telling me. And sounds about right. Whenever there's big events like that, there's always seems to be timed perfectly with severe weather in the area. Same thing with EAA AirVenture back in Wisconsin. Like every year without fail, there's like a massive windstorm or something that blows people's tents over that they have parked on, or they have hung over their airplane wings. The planes, you know, flip on their side because they aren't tethered down enough. What else? Oh, everyone who's camping there like has to get pulled out with a front end loader because their campers are just sunk into the mud from all the rain. Yep, seems like every year that happens. I think last year was kind of the exception. Get off at the next exit in about half a mile and take 585 south. Hopefully get out in front of that severe storm and see if it has any cool structure or anything. we will be...
Stop sign. Turn right onto Wyoming
Alright.
585 South.
Thanks, Google. We get it. So we are now... Well, technically right now we're eastbound, but we're going southeast on this road. Let's see if I can get you guys back on the roof cam here. And then that's kind of a nice view. Let's see. Put you guys over towards the right. Yeah, I like that view. Because right back there behind those hills should be the majority of that severe warning storm. So we'll see how it looks. Well, now you get to experience this road for the first time. Always love showing people something new. I mean, I'm not gonna complain with that view. It should get better as we get closer to it and it gets closer to us. Yeah, there we got some signal. Absolutely. Seeing America in the mighty Buick.
Channel 1.
Oh, let's see. Burger 3 to Kangaroo 1. I was told you were trying to reach me.
Burger 3, is that correct?
Yep, Burger 3.
Yes.
Oh, come on, don't lose signal now. I'm not getting any of this. It says he's talking, but I'm not hearing any of it. Yep, there we go. Lost signal again. I really need to get this thing hooked up to Starlink at some point.
Channel 1.
Yep, there we go. No signal. No connection. Well, so much for that. I bet Kangaroo 1 was trying to reach me about my car's extended warranty. This is a pretty solid looking storm. What are we doing here? I don't know. Well, my other connections seem to have cell signal. So I'm gonna try restarting the radio here. Sometimes that helps. Just needs like a good old reset. I haven't restarted this in a couple days. There's one of the tour groups. Just a little bit, a little ways up here. I think we may stop and just watch this roll in a little bit. But before that, I might... Oh, here's a nice little place to pull off. I think I want to stop and get a picture. No, not here. There's a bunch of power lines, and that's a driveway. So we're gonna continue. Maybe at like the top of this hill there's something. I just don't want all the pictures to have miles and miles of power lines in them. Find a nice little place to just stop. You know what? This is perfect. Actually, even more perfect. There's a little driveway here. Alright, get the camera spun for you guys here. And I am going to step out and grab a couple pictures. Alright, now I'm gonna get this posted over on Facebook real quick. We have a moment, or a couple. Where are we? Well, I was gonna say we're on the severe warning storm, but they just dropped the severe warning on it. Well, we'll just put the location as Sundance. Sundance, Wyoming. Alright, give me just a moment. And posted, or at least pressed post. Now it just needs to get enough signal to send that picture, and then we'll be good to go. There we go. It has been posted. wouldn't be totally shocked if this ends up meeting severe criteria. Good gracious. The road kind of angled there and it pulled me off. Wouldn't be totally surprised if this ends up meeting severe criteria again in, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. But we'll see. What the heck? There's an observed tornado warning in Kansas right now. That warning just populated. There is that storm a ways off to the south there that went severe one that's heading towards Newcastle, but I don't know what to think of that. Get the camera readjusted and get you guys in frame of the storm. That's a nice view right there with that little butte. This is the storm that's just southeast of Sundance. Actually, not even southeast anymore. It's almost due south of Sundance. It's that little blob. Pretty good looking storm for being sub-severe right now. Once again goes to show that a storm does not have to be severe to be pretty. continue down here towards Four Corners, and then we'll have to make a decision of what we want to do. I think we might end up going all the way down to Newcastle and like over to Custer. We have a little bit of time to decide, probably about 10 minutes. And we can always change our mind and make a U-turn. Do a lot of those. Because these storms are now moving mostly southeast. So that's kind of the only road option to stay with these. They just dropped the severe warning for that one off to the south as well. So now what? I don't know, we'll see how things look over the next 15-20 minutes as to where we'll probably go. Still leaning towards likely going down towards Newcastle, because otherwise we have to go back northeast to like Deadwood, and that's the opposite direction that the storms are currently moving. No, different Four Corners. It's just the name of the town. Not actually the corner of the four states. I still have no signal on that radio right now. We are in the middle.
Channel 1.
wow, I spoke it into existence. Excuse me. As of right now, Sturgis does not look to be in the path of anything severe at the moment. That could change, but right now it looks like rain showers at the moment. Oh, dang it. Just hit a bird. It was flying and I tried to miss him, but I didn't. Dang it. It was a blue jay, too. Nothing I could have done. Alright, it's a couple of buildings apparently. Well, let's see if we can find like a nice area to just...
600 feet, you will arrive at your destination.
There's a nice area right over here that we can pull off onto.
You have arrived.
Alright. It says we have arrived, so yep, I can confirm it is a couple of buildings, and that's about it. Let's see. Do I want to get it? Do I want to get a time lapse of this or not? Where are we in relation to this? Why not? I'm here. So we are going to step outside and set up a time-lapse camera. So we are facing southwest right now. Just trying to figure out which way I'll have to point the camera to get the best view of this entire thing coming in. I need to find something to put underneath the camera to prop it up at the right angle. I mean, here's a rock. That'll probably work. It needs to be a tiny rock. Nope, that's too big of a rock. Alright, let's try a smaller rock. Actually, no, that's perfect right there. Okay, time lapse has been started. See, I'll turn the camera just a little bit to get the antenna out of the view. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, I had to be a little creative because I have not had a chance to get to like a Walmart or something and get another adapter for the mount, the camera mount, to be able to put that on a tripod. Let's see, is there anything new? Howdy.
Is it looking like it's gonna do anything?
Mostly just some hail and wind and heavy rain, but I'm just here getting a couple of time lapses as it rolls in.
Yeah, I saw your stuff on the side of your car, and we've been watching that TV show about the tornado chasers, and I'm like, hey, that's one of those guys.
Yeah. No, it definitely doesn't look like there's going to be a tornado here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they called for some pretty severe thunderstorms on and off, but
yeah.
so. Are you from right around this area? Or
No, I'm from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin?
Yep.
They send you all over the place chasing
I just
stuff?
drive wherever I want to, basically. Wherever it looks like there's going to be stuff, I'll drive there.
Yeah, get pictures. So how do you make money doing this? I mean...
Well, through YouTube, live streams and stuff like that, on social media, crowdfunding stuff, because part of Project Weather Eye, where we launch weather balloons into the storms and get more data collection and all kinds of fun stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is it a lucrative business for you? I mean, or is it more just fun?
Mostly fun. It can be lucrative if you get it right, and you like, it's hit or miss for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's just funny. We were watching that TV show, and it's interesting.
yeah.
For sure. So, yeah, I just thought I'd stop and see if there was anything brewing.
Yeah, no problem.
Right on, appreciate it.
Yeah, Right now I am where I'm on US Highway 85 right now by Four Corners. Oh man, we may have to get rolling here. It's kind of what I was worried about. Looks like that stuff up by Spearfish, Deadwood area is starting to get more organized. How do we want to get there is the question. Oh man, we could take that nice curvy road back up to Deadwood. I think that might kind of be our only option. Because I am liking that stuff up there because it looks to be becoming more organized. Meanwhile, the stuff down here seems to kind of be weakening. It's pretty. But I don't want to get stuck down here and the stuff ends up dying out and then we got nothing to even look at. So I guess we're probably going to get rolling here. Yeah, we're like an hour out from Sturgis. So I want to start heading that way so that we don't miss something later. Which also means I gotta stop the time lapse here, bring that camera back inside, and we're gonna head up that way. Oh, if I was thinking, I could have given him a patch while he was here. Yep, up towards Deadwood is a lot of hills and trees. A lot of them. Drove through there a couple days ago as well, but at this point that looks like our only road option to get up where we would want to be later, I think. But when we drove through there the other day, we held signal pretty good with all the cell connections and the Starlink, so I think we'll head back up that way. Let's see here. Get the camera readjusted. Alright, so get to go through that fun, scenic road again. I just really have a feeling that that stuff up there is where we're going to want to be. And if it's not, we can get up to Sturgis and then drop back south on I-90 towards Rapid City and get more of the southern stuff. But I just want to keep that stuff up there in play. Some nice lightning. I don't even know how to respond to that, Joe. I really don't. Don't quite know what you want me to say. At least when we get to Deadwood, we'll be going on that northeast road and not that northern one. That northern one was really, really pretty. But it also had very, very low signal. Well, no cell signal, and Starlink was struggling with the trees, and may have not been so bad if it was sunny out, but with that storm over top of us the other day, it sure didn't help the signal issue. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for riding along. Eventually, when we get into the more hilly and full of tree terrain, we'll switch back to the front camera. But for now, we can stay on the roof cam and just kind of keep you pointed over in that general direction. Glad we decided to make that decision to start heading north now and not, 20 minutes from now. I still have no signal on the radio. So, makes me wonder where Kangaroo 1 is. Yeah, with every radar scan, I'm liking that Deadwood storm more and more. So, whoever was asking about Sturgis earlier, it looks like they could be getting a severe thunderstorm here in the next couple minutes if it keeps organizing like that. Looks like heavy rain, very heavy rain, and lots of it. Potential for some severe hail, again, if it continues to organize, and some damaging winds potentially. Well, we are now back in South Dakota,
Welcome to South Dakota.
and the speed limit drops substantially. I guess for now that we're getting into some of this terrain, we'll get you guys on the front camera here. Now we should keep an eye out for critters. Mountain goat, deer, and mountain lion. All right. Yes, and birds. Definitely and birds. Yes, up we go. And the gas mileage is gonna coincide with that up we go. Except it's going to be inverse. It's going to be down we go. Spearfish Canyon, huh? We'll see how things go when we get up closer to the storm. That could also be part of our adventure tomorrow. Keep it in mind. I'm planning on tomorrow being an exploration day and just streaming some of the sites around here and exploring things just like that. Because tomorrow's going to be a down day for me because there's no way I'd be able to get to tomorrow's target. It's just way too far away. And then I'd have to drive all the way back for Saturday. Lots of trees. Lots and lots of trees. Probably going to struggle with a little bit of signal issues through here, but not too bad, I don't think. Oh, there's deer in the road. Oh, we found more critters than I saw at all on the other drive through here the other day. 'Cause I didn't see anything. What do you call a deer with no eyes? Blind? I don't know. Is that the answer? Or is it some sort of awful riddle pun? Well, at least the deer were like in the road, so we were able to see them and they didn't like hop out of the trees or something at the last moment. I don't know, I liked my answer better. We are probably gonna struggle with signal when we start going through like Deadwood, because the other day we were relying heavily on the Starlink, but we're gonna be driving through some fairly decent precipitation as we go through there. Also have to watch that area for potential flooding, since it's like down in the middle of the trees and the hills. Oh look, another deer. That one stayed barely off on the shoulder of the road.
Channel 1.
But it is really pretty through here. Driving through here with the clouds and the tree cover makes it look really dark for 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Trying to find the right frequency of windshield wiperage so that it keeps the camera, the windshield clear enough for the camera, but it also isn't too annoying. Yes, this is a very difficult area to chase because of the terrain. Well, this particular area because of the terrain and lack of good road network options. Oh yeah, the one-lane road. Yeah, hopefully we don't get stuck at these for days. Maybe this fine vehicle in front of us here has been sitting here long enough that it's triggered the light cycle, so we won't have to wait so long. That sure would be nice. And now we wait. And wait. And wait some more. All right. So here we wait. Yes, this is the 5-minute one. Hey, there we go. Finally through that. Tell you what, it's a very long wait for a very short stretch of one-lane road. So, oh, that area to the south of us just went severe warned for 60-mile-an-hour winds and less than 3/4 inch hail. Of course, now that it's the passing zone and you go over in the right lane, now you speed up. All right. All right, definitely going uphill. So we might end up going back down to Rapid City for this severe warning. All right, 7% grade. gonna start heading towards that severe warning, which means we gotta go over to like Rapid City. Now, whether that storm will still be severe by the time we get there, very possible that it won't be. But I still think that heading that direction will be best long term. To answer your question, are there any high-risk days coming up? It does not look like that in the near future. At least at this point, from what I'm seeing on models and such. A lot of these are going to be kind of lower-end days like we have been getting past week and a half, 2 weeks.
Signs for US 85. Continue for 5 miles.
Nope, not going to make that light. But there could be some higher end days, but there's nothing obvious that looks like, hey, this is something we're watching extra close right now. Coming into Central City. People need to turn their headlights on in the rain. Alright. So. Should be coming into Deadwood here very shortly. Ooh, that was a nice lightning strike. Nope, not making this one either. green light. Come on, green light. There it is. Well, this is Deadwood. Drove through here 2 days ago. Stay out of the right lane for the most part, because there's some decent standing water up. A little bit right here. Alright, we're almost through town here.
Half a mile, continue straight to stay on US 14 East.
So then,
Continue straight to stay on US 14 East.
oh man, we are just not getting these lights today. Oh yeah, I would definitely believe that that place is packed during summer.
US 14 East for 11 miles.
Alright, so we are through Deadwood. So now we have mostly just fairly open but curvy state highway until we get back to the interstate. But thanks for riding along, everyone. Okay. Man, I bet that storm has some really nice structure right now. That severe warned one. 8 miles until we hop onto the interstate. And we'll get back to the interstate and head southeast on I-90. Thank you, Ash, for the gifted membership. Again. Ooh, lightning strike. I can tell. All right, less than 6 miles till we're to the interstate. Once we get on the interstate, it should not take too terribly long to get down to Rapid City. Check your speed. Yep, 100 miles an hour. Alright, what next? Do I have a favorite place to chase? Yes and no. I have a couple that I like, but I don't know if I have a favorite one. Because I like different ones for different reasons. Like, I like chasing in Iowa because it's flat, there's like nice gridded road networks, it's close to home. But as far as scenery, it's not the greatest, it's very flat. Like, eastern Colorado is nice because of the terrain and just being out there. I like being down there in like the panhandle of Texas. That was nice. Kansas and Oklahoma are okay. Not a fan of, like, you know, all the tollways in there. A lot of the back roads are dirt, not gravel. I like the Dakotas because of just the scenery of being out here. But when you're up here, there's not a lot for amenities when you go between bigger cities. Nebraska, I don't mind too much. I'm okay with Nebraska. As long as it's like not far east Nebraska. Because then you gotta deal with river crossings trying to get east across the river. And like, you either have to go through like Omaha or one of those other places that have bridges. We have now entered Sturgis, the city limits. Oh yeah. Whenever I'm talking about like going somewhere to chase, it's always how many hours away is it? It's never in miles. It's always in hours. Because there's miles and then there's how many miles it takes on roads. Is like, as the bird flies, it's, you know, 300 miles, but there's no roads there, so it's really 420 miles or whatever. So it's a lot easier to just go hours. Come on, Taylor. 2-hour nap? You missed a really pretty storm.
Continue on I-9
And
east 27 miles.
we drove through Deadwood again on those nice curvy roads. Ended up at that 5-minute traffic light for, 5 minutes. Saw some deer. That's about it. So did you miss anything? Yes and no. We are now on the interstate getting back in front of the storms, which will hopefully give us pretty views again. Okay, there was some water on the road. Gave the vehicle the old shimmy shimmy. So from the center of Rapid City, we're about 20 minutes away. Might start getting a view of some potential cloud structure in about 10 minutes-ish. Because by then we should be out of the rain and we can turn the roof cam. No problem. Thanks for riding along. There was a nice lightning strike. I can see sunlight, which means that's the edge of the precipitation. We're getting closer. Looks like Daniel is back in Rapid City. Still see the light at the end of the tunnel up here. Then it'll be a matter of, is there any pretty cloud structure to see when we get up here? And the answer to that is, I really don't know. that was a bright lightning strike. Camera didn't catch it because it was too far off to the side, but that was probably a mile away. Couple minutes and we'll see if there's any structure to look at. I have low confidence at this point, but who knows, we might be surprised. I don't know what's up with this Jeep Wagoneer. Like, he was going slow in the fast lane, and then he moved over, and then I passed him. And then he was riding up next to me, and now that I passed him and moved over, he's just hovering in my blind spot. Oh, there he goes. He's taking this exit. Good for him. All right. Big severe warning polygon all the way through Rapid City, past New Underwood, 1-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. So what we'll probably end up doing is going east on 90, potentially. Kind of get out ahead of this and see what it looks like. The fact that they're continuing a big severe warning for that entire line gives me some hope that it might be pretty when we get on the other side. Alright, so we're almost out of the rain here, which will be nice. Man, will that be nice. Get past this truck up here and then I'll switch us to the roof cam and hopefully get us pointed somewhere probably off to the left. But we'll see what kind of views we can find. Roof cam. Oh, that's kind of nice. Get out a little bit further out ahead of this, we might get a little bit better structure than we're seeing right now. Let's see if there's any better camera angle at this point. Doesn't look like it. Looks like you guys were on the best view we had at the moment. Definitely prefer the structure we saw earlier, but this is still nice. That was a nice lightning bolt. So, we'll go east with this a little bit. See what happens with it. If it re-intensifies or kind of stays as is. And from there, we'll make a decision of what to do next. If that means calling it a day, going south towards Hot Springs to try to get that little one off to the west from there. Tell you what, we're getting pretty good winds from the west right now. been fun so far.
In 2 miles, take exit 67A towards South Box Elder.
Between Rapid City and Sturgis, you're good right now. It's just heavy rain and thunder at this point. Any hail that was in there has already passed. There are a couple more showers and storms trying to go off to the west of this, kind of west of Newcastle, but for this storm right now, there's no hail in it, in that location.
In half a mile, take exit 67A towards South Box Elder. Take exit 67A. In a quarter mile, merge onto Liberty Boulevard.
So, at this point, I don't know what to do. Definitely the strongest part of the line right now is just north of Box Elder here. I don't know how far east I want to go with this, but we'll give it a little bit of time. They just updated the warning. They cut out the western part of it where the storm has already passed. 1-inch hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds moving east at 40 miles an hour. 40. Ooh, I know what we can do. We can go up here about how many more miles is that? About 6 miles ahead. We can take the exit, turn north for, I don't know, another mile or so. And we can get a picture of the storm behind the radar site that's scanning the storm. That sounds like fun. It's only 6:20, so I don't want to end the stream too early in the evening because there are those things further to the south that could strengthen and head up this way. So monitoring all that fun stuff. Over and see if we can get a picture like that, because why not? Looks like there's some pretty strong winds northeast of Box Elder, southwest of Viewfield. Right now, at about 400 feet above ground level, radar is scanning winds of about 60 to 65 miles an hour. Whoops. Nope. Our exit came up quick here. Even though this car is going 20 miles under the speed limit. I didn't think we'd be able to pass them before needing to get to the exit here. Let's go to the front camera for now. Right up here is the radar site. Quick picture, then we're off. We're gonna go a little further north here and see if we can find some of those gusty winds. So based on radar, they should be right up here. Alright, yeah, it's getting windy. Some nasty rumbly strips there. What camera are we on? Okay, we are on the front camera, so that's good. Trying to see if we could find some place with like a tree or something so we could gauge the wind a little better. Oh, there's like a lone little tree down here. They decreased the hail size to less than 3/4 of an inch. So I'm not worried about hail at all in this. Isn't bad, but it isn't great either. I don't know, we'll use this shrub, I guess. As a wind gauge. Let's see. There. Oh, if that was it, that was kind of lame. If that's it or not, I'm not sure. Need to wait for an updated radar scan here. So I don't know, we'll probably let this roll over, and then we might call it for the day. I think this is pretty much it. We'll slowly start creeping south again. I was hoping our official wind reading instrument of the shrubometer would have been a little bit more to look at, but not really. Go to the front camera so we can use the wipers. Definitely some gusty winds in there. Sure, if I was outside, I would have a different opinion on this. Oh man, that part of the road is just washboarded. Almost back to the paved section of the road here. There we go. Oh, so much better. So what's happening? Well, we just sat in a severe thunderstorm warning and let it roll over. Got a picture of the storm behind the Rapid City radar site here. Not a great picture, but it'll do. And now I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do next, and that very well might be, I don't know. Very well might be about done for the day, but I want to just take a look at everything on the board and make sure that there's not anything that I'm missing, which I don't think it is. And there's that stuff way west. Well, oops. I didn't want to go east. I wanted to go west, and we just went on the east ramp. So I guess we're going a little bit east before I turn around. Now we get to wait and see how far the next exit is. Alright, they just dropped the severe warning for that storm. I don't know, we'll drive east here for a moment till we can find the next turnaround. What the heck is this new mesoscale discussion they just issued? Stand by. Well, we might not be done yet. I would hate to call it off and kind of call it a day, and then something noteworthy happens. We do have those storms going up to the south. But man, I don't know. Again, it's only 6:40 Mountain Time. also don't want to go on a wild goose chase. Those off to the south don't look that great. Nothing really looks overly impressive to me, so I think I'm leaning towards calling it a day. It was fun for sure. Started out at Devil's Tower, ended up back here east of Rapid City. Had a really nice storm at the beginning there. Lots of cool terrain, stuff to look at. But I'm probably going to get out of here. I'm anticipating some sort of stream tomorrow. Probably an exploring stream. Because there's not going to be any severe weather within range tomorrow for us to go after. I'm thinking tomorrow will probably be an exploring day, potentially, if I feel up for it. If not, the next chase will be Saturday. Thanks to everyone who tuned in today. Had pretty good turnout. Thanks for the super chats, channel memberships, subscriptions, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys either tomorrow or Saturday.